Charles Tour is back in our screens for 2026 and we're so excited about it. We've been away for a few years, but we're back and we're touring right across the country showcasing the best golfing talent that we have. And we're kicking off the season at probably the most unique event on the calendar, the Brian Green Property Group New Zealand Super 6's here at Manawatu Golf Club. Now we'll get into the details in a moment about what makes this event so unique. Before that though, let's take a look at the Charles Tour over the years. Rewind back to 2008 and the Golf Tour of New Zealand underwent a transformation, rebranding as the Charles Tour. The name was chosen to honour one of the greatest golfers our country has ever produced, Sir Bob Charles. He's our first major champion, the first left-handed player in history to win a major, a 6-time winner on the PGA Tour, a 4-time winner on the European Tour, and a remarkable 23 victories on the Senior Tour. It's an extraordinary legacy and the perfect namesake for our professional golf circuit. The first official Charles Tour event was held at Tauranga Golf Club where Bay of Plenty golfing royalty Josh Geary claimed victory in a playoff. Since that day in 2008, Geary has gone on to win 10 Charles Tour titles while forging an impressive international career, competing across the DP World Tour, Corn Ferry Tour, Canadian Tour, Australasian Tour and China Tour. In many ways, Josh's journey perfectly captures the purpose of the Charles Tour. It provides established professionals a place to keep their game sharp when they're home from overseas, while also giving the next generation their first taste of pressure, excitement and expectation that comes with professional golf. Now, in a year that Sir Bob Charles celebrates his 90th birthday and a new partnership in the form of Summerset, the Charles Tour is entering a new chapter. With more events on the calendar, growing support and a wave of emerging talent ready to make their mark, the tour is poised to reach new heights. And if the momentum of the game in New Zealand is anything to go by, the future of Kiwi golf looks incredibly bright. Shay, Summerset Charles Tour. This is a whole new chapter for the tour. What does this mean for the game?
Oh, it's huge. It's a huge moment for the domestic game in New Zealand. It's really exciting with Summerset's support. We can get back on final day highlights package on Sky Sport. It's really important for us to be able to shine the light on our players, help lift the profile of them on their golfing journey, showcase the amazing host clubs around the country, and all the amazing people behind the scenes that make it happen. Numbers are exploding across all the key demos, whether it's members, whether it's people just getting into the game. And again, the support with Summerset to get golf on television in New Zealand, the more people seeing it, the more people talking about it, the better for everybody. So we're super excited.
This event is unlike any other event on the Charles Tour, and here's why. It's made of two key bits, the stroke play and the match play. So the first part is just like a normal golf tournament over 3 days. All the players go out and play and the lowest score wins. At the end of those 3 days, you look at the leaderboard and the top 24 continue on to the final day where they're all seeded and play head-to-head individual matches over a 6-hole course. So if you take a look at this bracket here, this is the top 24 players after round 1, 2 and 3. Now of the top 24, the top 8 actually get a bye in the first round. That's the advantage of having a good first 3 rounds. Then it's head-to-head with every winner advancing until we're left with 2. And the reason this is so fun to watch is because it's shorter, meaning the underdog's got a bit more of a chance. All of these golfers are really good, but any of these golfers can get really hot over 6 holes. So if you've qualified first, yep, you got a good chance, but still, it's not going to be easy. Dave Mangan is the man in charge of the nuts and bolts of the event, and with this event being so unique, how does he make all the decisions that are required to bring this to life?
Well, I guess what we're trying to do is make the holes as exciting as possible and try and get a result. So I think using holes 1 and then holes 14 to 18 give us a really interesting blend of long par 4s, reachable par 5s, a great little par 3, and then of course the drivable 18th finishing hole, which can give us a real grandstand finish.
What do you love about this event most?
Just that really, the excitement that all of the 6 matches can provide, and then you've got the 18th green, we've got a hole that we cut for regulation play, and then we've got the 65-metre shootout and another hole cut in the green for that. So we're constantly changing the flags from the regulation hole to the playoff hole. We've got members playing as well in their own sort of Super 16 competition. So yeah, really, really exciting.
This is round 3 and the final round of qualifying, with all the players trying to go as low as possible and get themselves inside the top 24 and make it to the final day of match play. To the leading players now, West Auckland's Jake Meanhorst. He's the defending champion. He's over the back of the green on 5. He's playing alongside one of New Zealand's all-time great golfers, born and bred in Palmy, Tim Wilkinson, who's been leading all week and still has his nose out in front. Meanwhile, having a strong day on the tools is Taranaki Sam Jones, already carding 5 birdies with another 5 holes to play. Probably the longest driver of the ball in this event, with his tee shots regularly over 300 metres. He's playing alongside another big hitter, Wellington's Jordan Loof, who's won the Super 6's back in 2023, so he knows his course like the back of his hand. Across to the leading group into 15, this hole traditionally a par 5 when the members play, but for this event it's par 4, sitting at 415 metres. It really matters that your tee shot is in play. Another one of the Summerset Charles Tour superstars is Wellington's Jaden Ford. He opened the tournament with 69, then 66, but hasn't managed to carry that form into round 3, needing to make up a few shots to make sure he's inside the top 24. Sam Jones, he's moved up the leaderboard to solo second after an eagle at 14. Jordan Loof, a few back from the lead. For him, it's all about getting inside the top 8 and having a bye tomorrow morning in the match play, and he holds that for birdie. That'll feel really good. Another player on the edge of the top 8 is Auckland's Mason Lee, catching a bit too much sand with that shot. Frustrating outcome for Lee. Knowing the final hole is a short par 4, a par here really does feel like a bogey. That's for birdie. Just about. That is a par. Auckland's James Hydes, he won on the Charles Tour back in 2020 as a 21-year-old amateur. In front of the crowd, he just about holes out for eagle. He's comfortably inside the top 8. Sam Jones, alone in second place. He drives the 18th green. He's putting for eagle to tie the lead with Tim Wilkinson, who's watching back on the 18th tee. Jordan Loof for birdie. That just misses left, but he secures the 8th qualifying spot. Our leader, Tim Wilkinson, has approached into 18. He needs to hit it on a 2-putt to qualify by 1 over Sam Jones. Jake Meanhorst came into the day strong, but his putter had other ideas, comfortably inside the top 8, but would have no doubt been hoping for more. A nice lag putt. Reaches for the marker, but decides, no, let's clean this up. And with that, the Palmerston North legend secures the #1 qualifying spot. Tim Wilkinson, the golf community is very happy to have you in the country, let alone here where it all began for you in Palmerston North. Tell us about your performance today. What do you make of it?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I scored well. I don't think I played particularly well. The swing just felt a bit off. It has all week, really. I come back here, I never quite get my game going, but I did what I had to do. My putting was really good today. I made a couple of really nice putts coming in, which obviously I didn't know where I stood until the 18th tee, so the putts on 16 and 17 were massive.
What does it mean to you being back here? It must be weird. You've been all around the world playing at the highest level.
Oh, it's great. I love coming back. Yeah, I grew up playing here. I was a member here from, I think, 12. They had a great junior program when I was younger. It's great to see so many young kids playing golf during the week when I've been out here. It's great. And so I've really enjoyed being back.
In the end, it was a tight race. Tim Wilkinson had a comfortable lead after round 1 and 2, but Sam Jones carded 6 birdies and an eagle to keep him on his toes on the final stretch. Jake Meanhorst, he started the day at -8, and he'll be feeling like he let it slip away with 5 bogeys on the front 9. Secures solo 3rd and moves to day 4 with something to prove. Also, keep an eye on Tyler Hodge, another Manawatu local and winner of the Super 6's back in 2024, going lights out in round 3 to sneak inside the top 8. From here, the slate is wiped clean. Anyone inside the top 24 can win on day 4. And the best part of the Summerset Charles Tour New Zealand Super 6's is the action on the final hole. A winner of each match has to be crowned. If there's a tie, they go to sudden death. Auckland's Cam Jones thrills the audience with this clutch putt in a playoff hole to eliminate Bay of Plenty's Nathan Clark. Jake Meanhorst is knocked out by Summerset Charles Tour stalwart Dongwoo Kang. And Kang is loving the atmosphere with this putt in the quarterfinal on the second playoff hole, advancing against Jaden Ford. Sam Jones narrowly avoids a playoff against former champ Tyler Hodge. Meanwhile, Tim Wilkinson is looking cool, calm and collected, overcoming Jordan Loof. Our semi-final matches are Palmy's newly adopted son Kerry Mountcastle versus veteran Tim Wilkinson, a match in which the locals will be salivating over, and Dongwoo Kang will be looking to tame Sam Jones. Our first match, Wilkinson and Mountcastle are all tied up after 2. Sam Jones, we've mentioned his abilities off the tee. However, when you move it as fast as he does, he only needs to be slightly off and he can find himself in trouble. He can demoralise his opponents, but he needs to be in play to get on top of Dongwoo Kang. The second hole in the 6-hole course is a short par 5, which is normally the 14th. Eagles and birdies are very much on the cards. Tim Wilkinson, in perfect position on the hardest hole on the course, sets himself up clinically for birdie to apply real pressure on Kerry Mountcastle. Now this to put the pressure back on Wilkinson. He holes. Mountcastle is now 1 ahead. Dongwoo Kang made par on the second. Sam Jones, birdie to push 1 ahead.
Lovely.
To the second to last hole, and at this point Wilkinson trails Mountcastle by 1. The pressure is very much on the veteran. Mountcastle is flirting with danger. There's almost no way to get the one close from there. He'll have that to save par and stay within reach. Mountcastle's chance to put the squeeze on Wilkinson. Oh, what a putt. That'll feel like winning lotto. Wilkinson has to be aggressive now in order to stay in touch with Mountcastle, who's now 3 ahead with 1 to play. To the 18th, staying centre here or to the left is the ideal line. He's amongst the trees and uses some real skill there to find the front of the green. Wilkinson to claim a shot back, much to the delight of the home crowd. But with a 4-shot lead, Mountcastle is about as relaxed as you can get. This to advance, and he does. Mountcastle's through to the final. The other match, Dongwoo Kang trails Sam Jones by 1 and needs to make birdie to stay in contention. Sam Jones has driven it over 320 metres to put himself in the box seat. That green is sloping away from him, so hard to make it stop short of the hole. Kang is throwing everything at it. Jones takes his time. Kang solid to finish, but it's Jones who advances narrowly by 1 shot. Our final match is going to be really entertaining. 2 rising stars of New Zealand golf going head to head. Back to the first we go, and it gets tighter as you get closer to the green. You've either got to be dead straight or way wide. The tree line can really cause you issues. Kerry Mountcastle will have to take a drop off the 13th green. He's flared that right. Great start line. Drifting left. Could end up under the tree line for Sam Jones. The main goal here is to prevent the ball from popping up. So ideally keep it under the tree, but fly the rough and do not go over the back of the green. A lot to think about. Executed perfectly. Jones sets himself up for birdie. Mountcastle took a drop, hit it pin high, and now looking for a birdie of his own. These greens are perfect, firm and fast. as both players move on to the next with pars. Par 5 dogleg provides a big opportunity ahead, with them flying the ball easily over 270 metres off the tee. The ideal line for them is just over the trees on the left. Picks up his tee, he knows it's good. The perfect position to attack from there. Oh, Jones losing his grip, but not losing grip of the shot, flying past Mountcastle by about 15 metres. Gee, for most of us, follow through like that means we're deep in the trees. Leaking right, although that is the best side to miss it on with the pin tucked back left. He's got plenty of green to work with. Chance to press here. It's a good line, aggressive line. Setting up an eagle opportunity. Glorious touch. Mountcastle will move to 1 under with that birdie. Having to force it through the fringe, but avoid racing it down the hill. He makes that. Jones is also 1 under with 4 holes to play. Approaches into the toughest hole in the course. Mountcastle wants it to get left. It lands pin high with a good look for birdie. Unfortunately, Jones had hit a provisional off the tee as he thought it was out of bounds. Turns out the first ball was actually in with an almost impossible shot, having to flick his club around and hack it out. And more bad luck, he catches his tree and is still very much in no man's land. Not a bad effort, but 15th is proving to be challenging for Jones. He'll have to force this one up the hill. Mountcastle sees an opportunity to put the squeeze on his opponent. And he drains it to put even more pressure on Jones, who now has to hold this to stay within 2. Oh, a troublesome time for Jones on the 15th. He moves at +1 with 3 to go, 3 behind. Pin tucked right on this par 3. It'll take a brave man to go straight at it. Great course management. Back middle. Jones choosing the aggressive line. It's floating, moving right. There's almost no room on that side of the hole. Oh, it's tracking. Oh! He holds it from nowhere. Mountcastle is hot and the heat is firmly on Jones. Taps that in, converts his par, 4 shots in it with 2 to play. The 370-metre par 4 17th is best either left or right, dead straight, and you've got trees to navigate. Mountcastle will have to weave his ball for second, keeping it low under the trees. Jones, very much the same line, but a little further left and a little further down. Jones needing to go high. It's all about clean contact here with the dusty, dry ground. The ball stays on the front fringe with the chip needed. Little pitch shots like this when a full crowd is watching are often much harder than they appear. And now an uphill putt to save par. To keep the lead at 4. One hole to play. Can Jones catch Mountcastle? Oh, it's heading right. Needs to stay short of the clubhouse. Mountcastle just needs one more good swing with the driver. The perfect line is over the trees on the left. Beautiful. Absolutely spot on. Up and over needed again. This time the lie isn't as friendly. The ball's sitting down on the grass. Once again, good course management from Mountcastle. Staying calm. The crowd would love to see him box this. Mountcastle to win by 4. Oh, lovely. Stunning. What a result for Mountcastle, who continues his great form from the New Zealand Open down in Queenstown earlier this year. After winning for the first time in 2021, the newly adopted son of Palmerston North is once again the Summerset Charles Tour New Zealand's Super 6's champion.
Today was very solid. Earlier in the week was very scrappy, highlighted by me finishing 13th in the qualifying. Not quite to the standard I was expecting, and coming into today it was a little bit kind of not really sure what was going to happen, but managed to find something at the end of yesterday and took it into today, and actually played some really solid golf today, every part of the game kind of chiming in.
Today was very lacklustre. I was hitting it all over the place and finally got penalised for one there on 15 and put it out of play, and Kerry kind of capitalised on that and just played well, and yeah, it would have been tough to beat him from there.
So there we have it. And we said earlier that golf in New Zealand is booming, but it's not just that, it's modernising. This event we've just watched, 6-hole matches, head-to-head, playoffs, all of that, wouldn't have been possible 10 years ago because it would have been a little too radical. But here we are with all the support that you've just seen, and it absolutely pumping. So well done Manawatu Golf Club for hosting this and doing it perfectly. Well done to the volunteers, of which there were tons, the greenkeepers for presenting a perfect golf course, and of course the new local champion, Kerry Mountcastle. We'll see you next time on the Charles Tour, where we go from this beautiful Parklands course to Links Golf in West Auckland at Midway.